Attorneys spent today bringing up old evidence in a new murder trial. Michael Johnson is in court for the third time on the same charge. He's accused of killing teenager Phylicia Barnes back in 2010. She was in Baltimore visiting her half-sister when she went missing. Her body was eventually found in the Susquehanna River. WJZ is live at Courthouse East downtown. Kimberly Eaton with 2 days of arguments. Kimberly?
And Jess, at this point, we're really seeing how the past two trials are now complicating this trial, with attorneys spending all day arguing over what old evidence will come into play again. And that includes a text message from Johnson mentioning the possibility of fleeing the country. A legal rewind as attorneys try to fast forward a complicated murder trial, a case that's been argued not once but twice before. Michael Johnson is in court facing the same second-degree murder charge for the third time. He's accused of killing 16-year-old Phylicia Barnes. The North Carolina honor student vanished while visiting her half-sisters around Christmas in 2010, sparking the biggest manhunt in Baltimore history. Ultimately, Barnes' body was discovered floating in the Susquehanna River. 8 years later, prosecutors and defense attorneys are scrapping over what evidence and testimony from Johnson's two past trials will reappear now. Convicted once before, a judge later tossed the ruling. Johnson's second time in the courtroom ended in mistrial. Now, a new state legal team is trying to score a conviction that will stick. Hinged on years-old recordings, wiretapped phone calls, and text messages, only some of which will play again. And it sounds like the nitty-gritty of trial will really get underway starting tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, we learned today that attorneys on both sides are under a serious gag order and not allowed to speak to the media. Reporting live in downtown Baltimore, I'm Kimberly Eaton for WJZ.
All right, Kimberly, thank you. Investigators say that Johnson was the ex-boyfriend of Phylicia Barnes' sister and was also the last person to see Barnes alive.